Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Well, today's video is going to be an update on Credo Network, as they just posted a big news drop just yesterday of a tokenomics update. So the tokenomics on this one, a lot of people find maybe a little bit confusing. It is really complex. And then on top of that, a really low number is in the circulating supply currently. So what does this new tokenomics mean? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So big news here for Credo Network, definitely bullish on this one. I'll be talking about, some of the really big things here with Credo Network. In particular, they were a huge part of that El Salvador Bitcoin legal tender deal. And they also have a huge partnership with MetaMask Institutional. So I'll be referencing that as well when I'm talking about Credo Network and this tokenomics update. So if you've been following Credo, or if you've seen my original video that I did on February 8th, that was a review in 2022 price prediction for Credo Network, this is the video for you, because this will be updating the tokenomics, which are extremely important. All right. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. All right, so the topic of today's video was this post here that Credo Network posted yesterday on their Twitter page that says, "Are you ready? Yep, we've been listening. Tokenomics update." So this is a really big deal for Credo Network and the Qredo token. Now, I want to go over to CoinMarketCap real quick before we get into this. Just for a recap here on what exactly Credo is. So this kind of sums it up best. So it's a radical new approach to bring liquidity and capital efficiency to the blockchain economy. Credo has pioneered the first decentralized, trustless, multi-party computation custodial network. This advancement enables Credo to offer decentralized custody, native cross-chain swaps, and cross-platform liquidity access. So that's it in a nutshell. It all centers around that MPC, multi-party computation. So they're removing a single point of failure. Now, that being said, Credo has been making some massive news, big partnerships. They got a partnership with MetaMask Institutional. They are one of the companies that they provide the structure for the Bitcoin El Salvador deal. Okay, so they are a key part of El Salvador using Bitcoin as legal tender. So really big deal for Credo. All right. Now, if we scroll up here, you can see the current circulating supply is 3%. So the max total that there's going to be with Credo is 2 billion tokens. Of that, currently we're looking at the first 1 billion. So they split it into 1 billion for one side, 1 billion for Credo Network V2. Okay. So we're only technically within the first billion, and of that, basically we've only got 3%. So 51 million Credo tokens, Qredo, is currently out there. All right. So that being said, they felt the need to talk about tokenomics, and here is the actual post that they did yesterday. Okay. So Credo tokenomics update. We've been listening to your feedback and concerns. I love hearing that. That is really good for any project, especially in crypto. We're also making some important changes to address the FUD. Okay, so what exactly are they doing? Well, we're flattening the token release curve, nearly doubling the existing vesting periods for all team and investor vesting. That's a good thing. We're introducing 2 new deflationary features to our tokenomics model. The ability to pay fees in Qredo. This is kind of common across many cryptocurrency projects, much of which will then be burned, and a new insurance fund that will initially take 100 million Qredo out of circulation. So that's a really big deal. Then they're also instituting token burns. So we will burn 40 million Qredo imminently, followed by another 100 million during the course of 2022. So this will dramatically reduce the existing total supply by 14%. Then they also say new validator program validators will be required to hold a validator NFT, and the validator staking amount will be sent to a burn contract. Okay. So they talk about here, they've made a ton of progress. They're now listed on over 25 exchanges. They're absolutely really kicking butt in a bunch of different levels. So that's really good. Okay. Now it says here, the value of the tokenomics sometimes overlooked. So they incentivize all participants. We got custody mining and utility mining rewards. They incentivize large TradeFi banks and asset managers to build on Credo. That's where that MetaMask institutional partnership comes in. And then here you go, addressing the FUD. So flattening the curve, right? So they're going to nearly double the existing vesting period. So that's a good thing to provide stability. They talk about let's get deflationary, right? So this is where they talk about here about using QRDO to pay for fees. Like I said, this is kind of a common practice across crypto, so it's a good thing they're instituting this. They also have a secure asset fund. So this SAFU, that's a term that CZ with Binance likes to use regularly. With that, they're going to supply 100 million QRDO straight into that. Awesome. Then you talk about burning events. So burning is a good thing because what it does is it reduces the overall supply. Therefore, less supply, the price should go up long term, right? So in here, they talk about they're going to be burning 40 million QRDO imminently, another 100 million during 2022, a total of 14% of the overall supply. That's a really big deal. All right. Now, scrolling down here to the bottom, we hope the update's useful. Yes, it is. Thank you, Josh. Okay, great. Now, going over here, this is the tokenomics here in the actual white paper. I think it was the white paper that I got this from for Credo. Now, within here, we've got basically, how this chart breaks out for that first 100 billion between who it all goes between, investors, team, ecosystem, staking tokens, total token, treasury reserve, advisors, etc. Okay, great. Now, scrolling down from there, you've got the actual vesting schedule for what it looks like. And here was what the vesting schedule was for those months. Now it's changed. So it looks like they're nearly doubling this. So that's a really big deal, right? Now, going down further to token distribution, another billion tokens are set aside for when V2 of the protocol goes live. So that has not happened yet. But when it does, they will be releasing those over the next estimated 50 years. So that's quite a long time to be releasing tokens, especially, in a day and age where, people complain if I do a video over 15 minutes, 50 years. So really complex tokenomics on this one in terms of that release schedule. All right. Now, going back here to the Credo page on CoinMarketCap. So currently market cap is 155 million. One thing, I am a little skeptical about is the circulating supply number. Could it be higher than that? It is possible. I've seen other projects, obviously Jasmy that I talk about regularly, where that number is wrong. I think that number gives people pause, the 3%. I even had somebody reach out to me on CT and ask me between this one and another one. And they said, really, what made them nervous about this one was that only 3% was in circulation. So that's kind of the one knock against Credo, is that people sort of want more of the coin out there. All right. Now, I do think those changes they made are absolutely going to help it out. Those are really good changes. And let me just show you one other thing here. I always like to check the holders for the project to see where we're at, right? Now you can see here, look, it dropped off. So it tells me it dropped off because they knew news was coming out. That's usually what happens when something like that goes on. But overall, look at the wallets, how they've been increasing. When I did my original video on Credo, that was roughly, I think, about February 8th of this year, where I did a review in 2022 price prediction, we were at 8,700 wallets. Today, we're almost, 9,416, almost up to 9,500. So before you know it, they'll be passing 10,000 wallets. Totally awesome, moving in the right direction. So the bottom line here with everything today and the changes that they're instituting, it only makes Credo an even better project. So this one is definitely fully legit. If you're getting into this one, you're getting into this one for the long term. I told you that 50-year release schedule for V2 of the protocol. This is definitely more of a long-term deal with this one. But if you look at the partnerships that they've got, that decentralized MPC, this is a no joke, really good cryptocurrency project. All right. So that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video in a couple minutes with some final thoughts. All right. Here at the Keeping It Real Finance channel, we need your support. All of the content on this channel is entirely organic, meaning we did the video on a topic that we simply like, or we did it because of a request from one of you, our viewers. So that being said, if you enjoyed today's video and would like to support the channel, there are multiple ways you can do that to help us to continue to create and level up our content. Our affiliate links will be available in the video description to cover platforms we endorse and use ourselves. Support the channel today and earn sign-up bonuses along the way. We also have a merch shop available with links below the video or directly by visiting kirfinance.myspreadshop.com, where we offer tons of great designs and product options. We've got everyone in the family covered. Help support us by picking up merch and sharing your photo on social media. We may even send you an NFT. Speaking of NFTs, at OpenSea.io we have our NFT series, The Liberty or Death Crossroads, available now. Pick one up today and enjoy special upcoming perks and exclusive content with our planned upcoming courses, Patreon, and Discord group. If you're a reader and simply looking to step up your game in personal finance, I also wrote a book in 2015 titled Driving Through Potholes: Financial Strategy and Life Lessons for Those Looking to Rediscover the American Dream. The book is available now at Amazon in Kindle and paperback. And lastly, if you'd simply like one-on-one consulting, feel free to reach out anytime at keepingitreal since1982@gmail.com. We greatly appreciate your support today, and now let's get back to the video. All right, so the first thing that I really liked in some final thoughts here today is I really like that the team at Credo is listening to the community. This is really big with cryptocurrency projects. If you want buy-in from the community, you gotta listen, you gotta make some changes and adapt. Not every single cryptocurrency comes out on a perfect roadmap, a perfect plan. There are always learning lessons along the way, bumps in the road, etc. And that's one of the things that they said, and they basically admitted, look, these are probably some things that we should have had in our tokenomics to begin with, but we're adding them now, and that's that, right? So really big news. Obviously, the burning events, that's really big. So, we're going to be burning 40 million. We're going to be following that with another 100 million. So 140 million, 14% of supply gone by the end of the year. Really big deal. Paying for fees with Qredo, that's another really big deal. Extremely important there. Doubling the vesting schedule, just solidifying the project. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, everybody gets mad, if you post a video that's longer than like 8 minutes now, everyone's attention spans is going like, real small, right? I get it, okay? But with this project, V2 of this protocol is going to be releasing over, quote, 50 years. 50 years. I mean, so it's going to be a long time before 100% of this circulating supply is out there. But that's okay, because there's some serious staying power in this one. So again, you just got to go back to those big time partnerships. They are a core part of El Salvador and Bitcoin legal tender. So huge, huge. And what happens when another country around the planet goes live with this? There's been rumors of Honduras. There's been rumors of Brazil. We had Ukraine talking about it. It's all over the place. So the bottom line here on that front is that they have much more potential for their decentralized MPC all over the world, okay? Decentralized. Like they said, basically they solved an issue that was a single point of failure, the billion-dollar question. They solved it, and there's some serious value add here in Credo. Now, that being said, is there a little bit of risk? Sure, there's a little bit of risk because only 3% of the supply is out there. But overall, is this a risky project if they're already partnered with MetaMask Institutional? Is this a risky project if they already lend their infrastructure for an entire country with the Bitcoin Lightning Network? I don't think so, all right? So that being said, I think it's a huge update for Credo. Burning 14% of supply is definitely a positive development. Paying for the fees, like that. I like the whole direction that they went with this. I think the whole thing makes sense. I'm in full agreement with it. So really liked it. That's why I wanted to do an update on it for you today. For anybody who's been on the fence with this one, you can see the wallets are going up. So that's going to keep happening with Credo. But I see this one as a really good long-term investment. If you want to check that out, by all means, check out my first video I did on it. I really get more into the details of the project in that video. This one was more so primarily focused on tokenomics, okay? So, that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I am also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where you can find me tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis. Check me out there. And lastly, for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, channel that always has your back, tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.